Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and we have our day one patch review where, well, if you take a look at this GIF submitted to the Hearthstone subreddit by Little Robotussin, well, we didn't get a heck of a lot. Us standard players and also wild players got, well, absolutely nothing, not even a sliver. And we're gonna go over the impact of the nerfs to Hunter and Theotar in standard. Did it change things up like at all? How do I feel about it? As well as go over some hints by Blizzard employees over the next event coming to Hearthstone, or at least some type of fun thing is coming to Hearthstone in the next major patch. We'll go over their hints and talk about what I think it can be. And before we get into that, I just want to give a friendly reminder. If you feel like I've earned your subscription and you want to help us on our road to 60,000 subscribers, if you could hit that sub button, give the video a like, I would help out a ton and I would really appreciate it. So if you log into Hearthstone, or you haven't yet, you'll get this pop-up of these cards have changed. And these have been the cards that have been changed, basically the wild seeds themselves. The Stag is a 4/3, the Taunt is a 2/4, and of course we have Theotar being 5 mana. I did want to give one quick tip though, in case you did not know. If you type in refund in your collection under the search bar, it will show all the nerfed cards. Are currently cards you can disenchant for extra dust. Because I like to keep all my goldens, I'm going to keep them. Normally I recommend disenchanting every nerfed card that you can to get full dust. Just type in refund and all the cards will show up. And well, Hunter was at the top of the meta before the patch. These numbers are not updated. There's not enough sample size or anything like that. We'll have that in a day or two when we have our next best decks video. We always do that after a patch. But yeah, Hunter was up top, and now when I was playing, I noticed a lot of Curse Imp Warlock. And Imp Warlock, as many of us thought, it's a good aggressive deck, whether you're playing the Renathal version, the Curse version, the 30 card version, Warlock was all over the place. I didn't see a single Hunter, but again, people aren't really wanting to play Hunter or the nerfed class day one. It's not the exciting thing to play. People are experimenting with other stuff, and I saw a good amount of variety, and I feel like the meta, to me, it just felt the same. It felt the same, and I swear, in terms of this card, Theotar, I saw him more than ever. Whether it was standard or wild, almost every game I played, my opponent played it, it affected the game either win or loss, and I played it because I was playing Spooky Mage, Renathal Spooky Mage in standard, and Wild Reno Druid as well, and I'm playing the card, and it felt exactly the same. The 1 mana to me is just irrelevant. It doesn't change a thing. The card is still super powerful. It's a little less flexible, but barely, and you just compare it to a card like Mutinous, which is 2 mana more, is purely random what minion it can hit, whereas Theotar, it discovers you could take something better than, sometimes the hero card is better, a key spell is better, and yes, this card is still ridiculously good. And considering the dev note comment here, that if they think the play rate doesn't drop significantly, we'll evaluate further changes at the next opportunity. My early take is Theotar was in well over like 2/3 of my game at High Legend. I don't know what the trickle down will be. I don't know how much that'll stay, but at the end of the day, if it's seeing that much play day one when it's nerfed and people might not want to try it, and it's still in like every deck, it's still super representative, I think we got a problem here, and I feel like the Theotar nerf has not really accomplished whatever they were hoping for. So far, at least, it doesn't look that way. And there's a lot of discussion, by the way, about Renathal. This comment about nerfing Renathal, I want to go over that, but that's a whole different video. I got a lot to say about it. I will say straight out the gate, I don't think they should nerf it. I don't think they should change it. And I think changing it would be very detrimental to the game as a whole, because I think it's been one of the best things to be added to the game ever, period. I'll talk about that in like a day or two, just so you guys know I am aware of the conversation going on, but it deserves its own video. But I want to give the general patch review. And also in the game, there's no new bundles, no new updates. It was purely just these cards in here, the Battlegrounds stuff, and that's it. So to me, the meta, I feel like the way it's going to shape up is Warlock's going to take Hunter's spot. It's going to be at the top, very popular, and everything else will be just kind of in the middle. Warrior, I mean, I haven't seen any Warrior. Can't imagine that'll pop up much, and I feel like we're in for this until whatever that fun thing is that Blizzard has planned. So what the hell is that gonna be? And well, the event created some spoiler alerts or some hints from certain Blizzard employees. Alkali, like, I gotta say, Alkali, I gotta throw you under the bus here. I told you the clickbait video is coming. She gave us, well, some spoilers, mark sensitive, so you don't have to look into it. It's such a cute little puppy, peekaboo. I'm sorry, it's so cute. It's in the jack-o'-lantern. Oh my god, but that's not the spoilers we're talking about, or there's not really any spoilers, just some hints. And the big hint, though, however, which has since been deleted by Mitchell Lowen, sir, we saw it. We saw what you said, although I don't know. I'll try and grab a screen cap of it if I can find it, but I do know what it said. I read the tweet, and he said, this looks very cool. He said, the update looks very cool, and it was responded to by another Blizzard dev of, it'll be eventful for sure. So we're gonna have a cool event. What could that possibly mean? And then we also have a ridiculous hat quote tweet Matt London, who was responding to a comment about Dark Peddler, saying it could use an extra point of health, implying maybe we're going to get some wild buffs, and well, maybe we're going to get some wild cards added to the game. Although Matt London did respond with keep dreaming Haberdasher. And well, if you recall, it wasn't very long ago, as Imic pointed out, we had our Death Knight leak video, which again is pure speculation, nothing's been confirmed, but a lot of stuff has kind of happened. And one of the thoughts, and I've seen it on the Hearthstone subreddit, people speculating, is possibly, are we getting Death Knights added to the game as like an event? Are we gonna get some wild cards as an event? Something like that. That's very likely. And if it's cool, you'd think, what's the only cold expansion? It's like the Frozen Throne, the Lich King. And well, with the rumors of a Death Knight class, I think there's a reasonable shot that maybe that cool thing that's coming up, as noted here, something fun coming in patch 24.6, maybe it's a wild event, because we did have back in the day the Doom in the Tomb event. This was basically an event in Standard where they added a bunch of wild cards to the pool, and it was, well, kind of a disaster. You can see the card list here. Kuhn was added. There was some pretty cool cards in here, but it was basically just dominated by Evolve. Evolve Shaman was like tier S, and the whole event was just dominated by that, and they never got rid of it, so it just kind of ruined the whole experience. And Ixar has commented like AMAs about maybe doing another wildcard event, and I think that maybe the timing is right. It'd be very similar, and if we are getting that, like typically with that 24.6, that next patch announcement, that's typically when the pre-order goes live for the next set. And if, well, the rumors are true and we're getting a Death Knight, or Death Knight class added to the game, what better way to hype it up than letting people play with Death Knights? And if that happens, we'll talk about the implications. Maybe they'd have to buff them, who knows, because like basically almost none of them in their current state would see that much play the way it is. They're just really not that powerful. You have like Anduin and Gul'dan, I think, are the best shots to see play, as well as maybe Jaina, and Demon Hunter doesn't even have one, so they make a brand new Death Knight just for Demon Hunter. That could be cool. But again, this is pure speculation. I don't know anything here, but I just thought we'd go with some hints. And the fact that Mitchell Lowen literally deleted his tweet with the cool reference, I feel like he got in trouble, but it is what it is. We'll have to wait and see. We'll find out soon enough. But yeah, overall, if you were disliking the Hearthstone meta before this latest patch, I don't think you're going to be loving it. But if you liked it before, then it'll be fine. And I don't think we're going to get a big shakeup until, well, this event happens, or at the very latest, the next expansion, because I just don't see big changes unless they finally decide to, like, unless they decide to actually axe a Denathrius, axe a Theotar, sadly, axe a Renethal. But they said next expansion to look into it, so that shouldn't happen. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day. Stay salty, my friends.